Hello, Techstars. Welcome back to the Queen of Web Academy channel. You see, today I want to teach you something very simple but very exciting on JavaScript, and that is how to do toggle visibility. So, let's say you want to log, your you want your user to be able to toggle between their password visibility or not. So this is the default way of password showing. We want a situation whereby when they click here, the password should show. They should see exactly what they have input there, and then this should change to hide password. And when this is split again, the password should be hidden and this should change. This message here should change to show password. So are you excited to learn this trick? Let's go to the code editor. So the first thing we need to do now is to have our folder. So I've opened a folder and I named it toggle password visibility. So I name it toggle password visibility. And inside that folder, this is toggle password visibility. Inside the folder, I have index.html, then script.js. I don't want to add CSS in order to save time. So first thing first, let's go inside our HTML and then generate our HTML syntax. Having have this, we can rename this as you can just say login form. Then inside our body, first thing, let us add our JS file. So let's connect our JS file with our HTML by declaring script, and inside the script we add source, and the source should be script.js. So we are creating a form. We use each form tag, and inside the form we're going to have, okay, let's, since it's just a login form, so username and then an input. Okay, so we have username and an input. We are not adding CSS, so let's quickly add a break to this, or two breaks. Then the next thing, we want to add our password, and then our password will come with input of password. So if you want to declare input of password, you can just say column and then you say password. That's how to declare input with type. So we have given it a type of password, then we want to give it an ID of password too. So let's create our input for checkbox, the checkbox that will let us be able to click it such that our password can show, and we uncheck it if we don't want our password to show again. So we have it here. Let's add break to this as well. So now that we have two breaks there, so it's going to come down. Um, I want to give this an ID of, okay, so toggle password. Toggle password. Let me add it. So then I want to add a kind of message that people will know the essence of this. If we just leave it like this, nobody will know what this is meant for. So what I will just use a span to do that. Then I will give my span an ID of message, and I will highlight show password. Okay, so saying this kind of form and you see this show password, you already know that you have to check this out for your password to show. By default, password is not meant, a type of password, input type of password is not meant to show. So it is meant to uncode it like this, to code it like this, such that you cannot easily, but that does not mean through the system we cannot see it. Programmers can still see what you have here, because this is just a kind of hiding only on the browser. So behind the scene, a programmer can access this. So there is a way we hatch our password that we won't let anybody be able to see it, and that is done inside by the time we start learning backend and all of that. So for a real project, we need to do that, but not here. Okay, so we want it such that by the time we click on this password shows. So having done this, let's go to our script, and then do we need to check? Okay, so that you can see it as usual practice. Let me quickly check if uh, our two files are successfully connected. So, and that's where I'll just come here, right click, then click on inspect, then click on console, and then we see connected. Yes, so that has been sorted out. So having sorted this out, the next thing we want to do is, okay, we want to target our password. So we'll just say let's password. What value do we want to assign to our password? Document dot get element by ID. And what is the ID of password? It is password. We used password too. So this one, uh, okay, so I can just pick this, then use my Control D to change that. So because in JavaScript we use what we call camel casing to name our variables, or in many other forms. Like if you want to combine two words together, like this toggle and password. So ideally for a primary JavaScript, when you have not got to how do I put it? By the time you have not started using method or all of that, but here you just have to how do I put it? The first word has to be a lowercase throughout, while the second word has to start with an uppercase. If there are going to be three words, the third word too is going to be with uppercase. So that's what we call a camel casing. So if you have seen a picture of a camel before, you have seen a camel before, you will see that camel used to have a kind of hunchback that is very high at the middle. So that is why they call this a camel casing. Lowercase from the beginning, then the beginning of another word, it's going to be an uppercase. All right. So we call it camel casing. So we don't name our variables in JavaScript the same way we name things in HTML or CSS. In HTML or CSS, we usually use hyphen or or underscore to bring two words together. But in this case, in JavaScript, we use camel casing. So for this, okay, I want to change this to message. Right. So I've been able to do that. And the next thing is, what do I want to click that is going to give me whatever I want to give me? It is this thing. It is this checkbox, and it is the checkbox that we give an ID of toggle password, because that's what we want to use to toggle our password. So we'll just say toggle password dot on click. So toggle password dot on click is going to, we want to, it's a function, right? So we want to open the function. So whatever we put inside this function is what is going to happen by the time our toggle password is being clicked upon, because we are using the on click um, event now. So here we want to give it a condition. So the first condition, the condition is that if, so when you click on it, it should check this password here. It should check if the password type, come and see that. You see that this password, the input we are using for it says type password, but username says type text. So for username, whatever we type inside it is going to show. But for password, whatever we type inside is not going to show on the browser because of this type. So it is this type we want to change now. So we are saying if password, we have selected it here using our document.getElement by ID. So if password dot type, that's how we will get the type in our JavaScript. So if password dot type is equivalent to password, then what should happen? We want the password dot type to now have a value of to be text. So it is initially a password. The type is usually in a password type. So we want by the time this is clicked upon, the password type should change to text, meaning that it should show up. Ordinarily, if when you are declaring your input, you make a mistake of using text here, you will see that by the time you come here and you type anything, it's going to show. But it's not ideal for a password because you don't want anybody around you to see what you just input as your password. Okay, so it's going to be by your choice, and we don't want it to be a default that your password is showing to everyone around you. So now this is saying when this is clicked upon, the password type to change, it must first check if the password type is in password, then it will change the type to text. Else, else means if password type is not password, then and it is clicked upon, so password type should now be password. It's simple. So let's just come here. Let's say my username is admin, and then this is my password. Nobody sees what I input here now. Then but I want to I want it to show, probably just for me to be sure of what I input. So and by the time I click on this, you see, so it shows immediately, and that is what it says because initially the password type is password. So now I now said, but if the password type is not password, it has changed to a text type now, and this thing is still clicked upon, it should change it back to a password type, just like so. So that we can add something else. I don't want by the time I click on this and it's already showing, I don't want this message here to still be saying show password. So I want it to change. Immediately the password is already showing. I want it to change to hide password. So I will know that I have to click here again if I want the password to hide. So how do I put that? It's simple. Just come here and say message dot text content. Message dot text content should be, so when the password has changed to text, the message dot text content should now be hide password. It was show password before. So just like this. So let me put some things here. And then I'll just come here and this will change to hide password while this is open. But if I want it to go back, so I've not put this inside else, that by the time we are unchecking this should change to show password. So I have to include that here now inside the else. So I can just repeat this and then bring it down, and I'll change this hide to show, just like so. And then let's have something here. This is our username admin. Then here it says, then it is telling me to hide password now. Hide password. All right, so we have done. The only thing I can just do is I want to make these two required. So I want to make the two inputs required, and these two. So that way, if I forget to put my username there, it shouldn't let me submit. Oh, I've not even added a button, and that's very bad. At least our form should have a button. No matter the situation, it should have a button where we say login. Since it is a login button, so I can just add a break to this. I don't want to actually waste time on CSS since you can all style it the way you want. So you can see what we have been able to achieve now. And then if we don't have a username like this, and you try to, let me see what my password is. Okay, I've seen it. And you're trying to log in, so it's going to log in that way. But let's say I forgot to put anything there and I only put the password. By the time you are trying to log in, it's going to tell you that you must fill out that field. So that's the essence of the required. All right. So I want to believe you have learned something beautiful, and you can easily add this to any of your projects. Let's say your portfolio website. If you want clients or employers to send you a message, or if you are creating a blog website, or if any websites whereby you think people need to log in and sign up, so you can just include this little thing. It means a lot. It means a lot because for you to, okay, you want, for you to give users the option of if they want their password to show or if they don't want it to show. It shows you're a good developer. Keep coding. All right, bye. See you at the top.